All right, here we go. This was the game of the week that also featured a major call out from the Tom Barndt Foundation directly at the DKB. Folks, this goes way beyond the scoreboard, way beyond the turf. This goes back to room sharing days and who's wearing whose socks. Let's get right down to the score. Tom Barndt 109, discombobulated 101. It was the closest game of the week, but it really wasn't close. Over here on the Tom Barndt side, Drew Brees put up 46 points and really stuck it to his former owner. We really like that draft pick from Barndt, building around a good young player on a good offense. Look for him to continue to put up numbers like that. Brett Favre put up 22, which sounds good, but not when you look at he did not throw for even 200 yards. The highlights of that game, he looked good, but if you saw the whole game, he didn't really look good. So Barndt could be a little concerned about that, but if we know Barndt, he knows how to rally a veteran. They know how to swap blood with blood, if you know what I'm saying. The two major issues for Barndt right now is their running back production. 4 points from Joseph Adai-Iota and 5 points from Lawrence Boney Maroney. We're not sure what's going on with either one of those two. We saw the Colts-Bears game. Adai barely got the ball. When he did, he was shut down, and then he left with some sort of head injury. We don't know what this is all about. We didn't get to see the Chiefs-Patriots game out here in West Texas, so we're not sure what's going on with Lawrence Boney Maroney. All we know is that he's losing carries to a past fantasy dud, Sammy Morris. So we're not really sure what's going on there. Anquan Bolden, only 10 points, but they all came in the second half. That's actually pretty encouraging for Barndt. He can put up huge numbers at any time, playing with Kurt Warner and Larry Fitzgerald on the other side. Hushmanzada, bad week, 5 points. He was really looking to stick it to his former owner as well in the DKB. However, we're just not sure what to do with any Cincinnati Bengal player right now as Carson Palmer struggled and that team is in total disarray. Barndt had 5 players in single digits, including their tight end with 0 points. And again, we look down here at their bench, and we don't see a lot down the pike. However, Steve Smith is going to add a huge spark to this team. Steve Smith is has been a lifer, basically, on the Tom Barndt Foundation. And then look for Felix Jones. Perhaps he's the new Mare Bear. Perhaps there is justice over the scheming evil BKR and how he took Mare Bear right out of the hands of the Tom Barndt Foundation. Felix Jones, 62 rushing yards, 12 points on limited carries. And like we said earlier, Mare Bear has some bruised ribs, so perhaps there's a little bit of justice in this fantasy football thing. Over here to the DKB side, this team looked rotten. We expected them to maybe not win a game this year, but we didn't know it would be this bad. Derek Anderson put up 14 points in what was supposed to be a high-scoring game against the Cowboys. Braylon Edwards wasn't doing him any help, but he didn't look very good. And oh, Tommy Brady, he had a hurt knee. Obviously, the big talk of the week, Tom Brady goes down. Kyle, I don't necessarily believe in our justice system, but this time it worked, if you will. Brady put up 4 points before he got hurt. Frank Gore, 23 points, solid game. He's going to have a pretty good year. 96 rushing yards, 55 receiving yards. One of the bonehead starts of the week, Maurice Jones-Drew. The Jaguars lost several linemen in the offseason. They've also lost 2 more in this game. It's very well known that they had a bad line going against a good Tennessee Titans defense. This was just a ridiculous start. Torrey Holt, 0 points, good receiver, but he's going to struggle as the Rams are horrible. Hines Ward put up 21 points, and you cannot expect that as reality from Hines Ward. Look for him to be more down in the 10 to 12 point area each week. Again, the Steelers play the Texans. The Texans are horrible. Witten, nice game with 11 points. The best thing the DKB has going for right now is the Steelers defense, which put up 19 points. That's how bad it is. So what does Kyle do from here with Tom Brady on the bench? Thank God. Jake Delhomme put up 19 points. That's an option. Mark Bolger, 8. But we didn't like this team anyway. And now when you take this justifiable injury that some say, many owners called me today and said he had it coming. The good thing for Kyle, which is actually going to be the bad thing, Forte on the bench, a nice-looking rookie, 27 points. And Michael Turner, 220 rushing yards, 43 points. Probably one of those guys should have been in the game over Maurice Jones-Drew. And that would have changed the whole outcome of this game. But we don't expect those types of decisions from this team. They don't like making any decisions at all because they're really, really bad at them. The problem is now the way discombobulated owners work, Turner now has a full-time job, so does Forte. Look for those two to be in there all the time when they struggle. Nate Burleson, wide receiver on their bench, is hurt. Bernard Berriam is awful. This team was put together like paper mache, and they were treated like one on Sunday. Rumors have it, many owners called me and have asked me not to reveal their name, that Bob is going to petition the commissioner's office to be moved to another team. Apparently there was some dissension going on draft day about how this team was put together, and Bob wants out. Apparently Kyle's cranky and angry right now. But a big win for the Tom Barndt Foundation, 109-101. Is the electric company back? Yes. Do they need to put up more points? Yes. Do they have questions? Yes. But did they call out and deliver? They did.